Hey, we had a little technical difficulty for the first few minutes of this podcast, so just if there's some static, it goes away. Sorry.
Welcome to the Horror-Based Tennessee Horror News Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Johnny Leroy. We got a local horror expert, the myth, the legend, the horror man with us. Jim. Jimmy James. But, hey guys, we got a good podcast for you today. We got a guest.
Yes, we do.
So, away we go. All right, and today on the podcast we have Amanda Wyss with us. Amanda, it's great to have you on. Thank you so much for doing this interview with us. How are you today?
I'm well, and thank you for having me. I'm excited.
Oh yeah, we. So, I guess we'll get started with A Nightmare on Elm Street.
Okay.
Is that what a lot of people ask you about?
Well, it is. It is the one people, because I think even though I've done many other films, that and a few others that are non-horror films are the ones that, for whatever reason, have resonated. But I do have a new movie out now that's really making people, step back and think. So hopefully, it'll catch on. But yes, people are very fascinated by and moved by Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah, because I guess in the horror community, like Nightmare on Elm Street really hit, at the top of the mark for that kind of film. And
I think so.
And we'll get to your new movie, but I just one question is: the first time you seen Freddy Krueger,
right?
The first time, was it hidden from you, or did they keep it away, so
No.
you guys were surprised, or
no? Because for a couple reasons. One, we were there was a makeup room that we were all being made up in.
Oh, okay.
So we would see the makeup being applied. And secondly, for the most part, I mean, there's a school of thought. There are some actors that want, don't let me see it. I want to be surprised. But really, that's baloney, because when you're filming, you have to do many takes of a scene.
Yeah.
So, the words of a very famous actor once said to a young actress, not me, who was like, I don't want to see your makeup. I want to be surprised. And he said, what are you going to do for take 2, my dear? Because the truth is, you can go and try to be surprised by something, but you're still going to have to use your imagination and your skill set to keep recreating it over many takes. So for the most part, you're, as an actor, or a trained actor anyway, you're hired to create the feeling that it's the first time you've seen it, and try to share that with the audience so that the audience can also feel it. So I think that, but anyway, we watched him get made up, and it was fascinating watching the makeup team put together. I mean, Robert sat many hours at a time, to apply his makeup. It was tedious and took a long time. But while that was happening, the rest of us, the other 4, the kids, would sit there and he would just tell fantastic stories. He's a great raconteur, and he'd done so many interesting plays and done great movies before Nightmare, and so he always had really fun tales to tell, and was then and is now, as everybody will attest, he's really fun to listen to on a panel or in an interview. He's just a great storyteller.
Oh yeah, I imagine I watched with my wife the documentary? What was that documentary? It was for all the Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh right, Never Sleep Again.
Yeah, that one was really fascinating, and yeah, I didn't really. I don't know. I guess I just didn't really think about it too much, but I didn't realize that Freddy Krueger was a child molester. But What in the original film, it was not like they kind of skipped around that, right?
Yes, and it.
Yeah.
As for really kind of interesting storytelling, it was implied you could sort of impose your own fear and thoughts on his background. But I learned a lot about the franchise watching that documentary. I've still only seen the first disc, but it was fantastic to hear all the other actors and writers and directors, crew, and designers talking about their experiences while making one or all of the Nightmare movies. And so I found that as enlightening as, somebody who wasn't in the film. It was really interesting to hear everybody's experience.
I need to check that out then.
And then the one thing also, was you in the rotating room? You was, right?
Yes.
I bet that was crazy.
It was. It was really, in
yeah.
hindsight, it was very exciting. It was challenging to do, mostly just because I and anybody else that was in the room, you just ended up getting a bit of vertigo or discombobulated, and
Yeah.
So that made it challenging. But overall, it was a really exciting kind of technique we were using, which was based on an old movie. I believe it's American in Paris, and where the room rotates, and I was always on the floor, but moved as if I was being dragged, and tried to create that tension, and it was challenging but fun at the same time.
Yeah, and then there's one more thing I want to touch on for Nightmare on Elm Street, and then we'll go on. But the body bag scene, how uncomfortable was that?
It was very. It was a real body bag with some little pinholes poked in it, and it was
that'd be freaky.
definitely freaky. And there was not a zipper inside. It wasn't a film body bag. It was the real deal. So it was definitely. I was like,
You're giving your trust over.
All right, is the scene over? Get me out of this damn.
You're
thing.
handing the trust over. It's just like, you got little pinholes, but I can't rip this bag open.
Exactly. Yes, and I didn't actually feel very trusting.
Oh, that's even worse. Like, my whole fear is, like, enclosed spaces.
Oh.
Like, that would have been...
I don't want to be a part of this no more. I'm done.
I'd had to carry a knife with me on the inside of the bag. There's no way. Like, I'd had to been able to cut my way out of it if I needed to.
Have a pocket
and anybody else that's standing next to it is getting cut.
That is a good idea. I wish I'd thought of it.
Put a knife in your pocket in case. All right, that's enough.
Yeah, I'm done.
That is hilarious. Wow, that was good. I did not think of that.
Yeah, there's no way. Well, I got a real fear of it, so I'm thinking of all kinds of stuff.
But
that's funny. Yeah, it was definitely a lot of fun, challenging things to do. It was definitely interesting.
All right, so your new movie that's coming out, you want to talk about that some?
I do. Well, let's see. I was going to touch on. There's the short that's out right now called. It's an immersive virtual reality short horror film called 360 Degrees of Hell, starring me and a lovely and incredibly talented young actress named Lauren Compton. And it's very scary, very fun, and we're hoping to do a few more. It takes place in a real haunted hotel attraction place that was incredibly scary to film in. And I've never done virtual reality before, so that was super exciting, and I really want people to go check it out. You can see it on YouTube 360, on Google, and on Samsung. If you go to their virtual reality, type in, if you just type in 360 Degrees of Hell virtual reality, it'll come up on the 3 sites that you can watch it on, and fantastic. And then I have another horror short that's on Vimeo called October 23rd that has won a bunch of awards, including myself winning. It's very scary, very well done. So for horror fans that want a quick fix, they're both 10 minutes or under, and really, really well done and fun. And then the movie that I have that just came out on Blu-ray is called The Id, which is from, the id, the ego, and the superego. It's called The Id, and I play Meredith. And it's about a woman, me, who is basically a recluse in a house with her ailing father, and she's the caretaker. And it's very, it's a psychological thriller. It's very raw. It's very scary. And in the course of exploring the relationship and an old boyfriend from the past, mayhem starts to ensue. And it's being very well received up to this point, and we're getting really good reviews, and I really want people to see it. It's good. It's a really good, creepy, scary, psychological thriller. And it's not fast-paced. It's a slow burn, but it's totally worth it. You will like it.
So, just to be clear, where can people see that one again? It's the
right
Id.
now, yeah, the Id. Right now, you can buy it in Blu-ray on Amazon, or you can rent it hard disc. The hard DVD, not the streaming. You can rent it from Netflix. Streaming, I believe, starts in a month or two, but the DVD was just released last week, so you can buy it on Amazon or rent it from Netflix. And then within a couple months, and I'm not sure what the date is, it will be streaming, which obviously will be more convenient, but if people want to see it now. And a lot of people are purchasing it and renting it from Netflix. I think there might be a little bit of a wait on Netflix, but people are trying to watch it, and it makes me so happy. I'm really proud of it and excited for people to be scared witless watching it.
You said Netflix. You rent it on Netflix. Is that what you said?
Yes.
How do you rent it on Netflix?
Okay, on Netflix. Okay, Netflix has two ways you can watch movies. You can stream them, or you can rent an actual DVD.
Duh. Oh, man. I feel like an idiot right now. I feel like a total idiot right now.
Me and Johnny...
because I don't get the DVDs delivered anymore. I feel like a true idiot right now. Like, durr.
No. So right now, those are the only two. It hasn't started streaming yet, and it probably won't stream.
God.
Probably, you know what? I don't know the date. I don't know when it'll start, but it's available for purchase on Amazon or renting hard disk if you have that service.
Yeah,
from Netflix.
I forgot Netflix even did that.
Me and Johnny
were
sitting here looking at each
other.
other
like I was
how do you rent something on Netflix?
And I used to have that service. I feel like such an idiot. Like, goodness gracious.
No, I know what they still do it, which in a way is kind of nice because I think some people like that experience of actually. And there's quite a few things that Netflix doesn't stream.
Exactly is
offer.
What I was just thinking. They don't stream everything, so it'd be nice to get some things that they don't.
Yeah. So but again, this will be streaming eventually, but not now. So I hope that you guys are able to see it at some point because
I'm interested.
I'm so excited for it.
At least we didn't ask if you can get it at Blockbuster.
Yeah. But the 360 Degrees of Hell we have seen.
Yeah. Luckily, I
what do you think? I haven't seen it yet in VR. I've only seen it in 360. So tell me what you guys think.
It's.
I didn't watch it with the headphones on like Johnny did. I just had it just going on the speaker of my phone. But
yeah,
I thought it was awesome, Ben. Just like you're standing in the haunt with y'all.
You really need to be sitting in a chair a chair like a swivel chair.
Ooh.
Because honestly, so that you're not standing up, because you have to stand up and like turn around and move. And what I found with VR, like with the headset with your phone or whatever. You should sit in a swivel chair if you ever watch it, so that you can turn all the way around and spin, so that you can catch everything.
very good information. I like that. I'm going to try to watch it like that when I get a VR headset.
Yeah, because I mean, it is good. It's VR is wild to begin with.
Yeah.
It is just that new format that's gonna. I mean, video games are taking it up, so it probably in movies it's gonna take off eventually.
Yes,
I don't even know
so.
what capacity, but it will.
I know, like I think we're one of the first. I don't mean to misquote anybody. Narrative horror virtual reality shorts. There's been a lot of horror done, but not necessarily narrative with a story and dialogue. And so I'm excited about that, and I hope that we get to keep, making them and delving more into that world, because it's really interesting. It was a fun new technology to work with, and I'm pretty happy with how it came out.
Oh yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought it was it had to be a weird. Was it kind of weird filming it like that, because it was just the camera just stood there, didn't it?
Yes, but that's how VR is. I mean, as far as I'm aware, I mean, I'm sure they're working on different technology, but the camera, basically, there's the 4 cameras. They're together on this tripod type stand in the center of the room with a fisheye lens. So every single thing in any room is always on camera. So the camera never moves. I mean, I imagine at some point they'll move the cameras, more. But the camera was just stationary in the center of each room, and then you come in and you almost do it like a play. It's very interesting. It's super interesting.
It'd be cool if they can, as long as you're wearing headphones, it would work. But have like one of the actors come up behind the camera. And, if you're not looking that way, you just hear someone like talk, and it feels like they're behind you, turn around, and someone's right on you.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, yeah.
See, that's the whole thing about the swivel chair, because you're always like looking. Like at least I am when I do VR. I've watched a few videos, not many, but I'm always just looking around like, is somebody where's it come from? So it's just a different format. It's wild.
It is wild. It's very interesting, and so like I said, I hope people keep watching it. That'll be fun. And then what was I going to say? I was going to say to viewers, or the listeners, the id was directed by Tommy Hudson, who produced Never Sleep Again, the documentary about Elm Street. So it's kind of an interesting connection. And it was his first time directing a feature film, and he did a great job. And that's the other reason, get all the Nightmare fans out there to support him. And Daniel Ferrand's produced it, who's produced quite a few, interesting horror films. And so it was a good group of people. And Sean Stewart, who wrote it, is a wonderful writer.
Real quick, I want to ask before you have to go.
Okay.
I saw on your IMDb you was doing a movie, Alice, the Hatred.
Yes.
Yeah, that was originally come from a short film, Hush, right?
Yes, and then there was another feature film that had that title, so they changed it to The Hatred, and now it's Alice the Hatred. I just have a very tiny cameo in that movie. I'm friends with the director, lovely man, Michael Kehoe, and the script is fantastic. It was very serious, a paranormal ghost story that is, it just reads, the script read like a very well done, scary novel, and so it was very exciting. So I'm excited to see it. I can't wait to see what they did with it.
Yeah, we actually the only 2 interviews we got for email interviews is Michael and you.
Yeah, that's just kind of crazy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we got an interview with Michael on there too, but we hadn't had him on the podcast yet.
Oh yeah, he's such a nice guy. He's just a gentleman, and really wants to create. He always wants to be creating something and writing something, and he likes to help young filmmakers. And he's an all-around, cool guy, and so I hope that the hatred is as successful as the short film was. I mean, the short film was very successful. So,
really
my
well
fingers
done.
are crossed for him.
It was really well done. I love the short film.
Yeah,
It was scary.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't wait for the feature to come out. He emailed us not too long ago talking about getting. I think he's wanting to get on the podcast with us. So
Hopefully.
Oh yeah. Oh, I hope you guys do sit down. I know that right now he's out of the country working, but he's an interesting. He's had a really interesting life and career, and he's done all kinds of. He's a. I really like him. I enjoy him a lot.
Yeah, he definitely was very nice to us when we talked to him. Every time we do talk to him.
Yeah, he is a really nice guy. Kind of like Amanda Wyss.
Oh, that's nice.
She's a really nice person too. It's really nice.
Well, he's sweet. It's a mutual friendship of regard. It's high regard.
Yeah.
But I guess you got to get going here soon. So, or you got more time?
You know what? I need to get going, but I wanted to tell you that I'm so thrilled that you wanted to speak with me, and I'm so glad we had this opportunity. And did you have any other questions you wanted to ask me before I go?
Well, just
hopefully one day we can see you at a horror convention.
You wouldn't happen to be coming to Walker Stalker Con in June, would you?
Look at Jim.
You know what? I haven't. I went to a couple Walker Stalker Cons, but I haven't been invited lately. So. Well,
damn it! I'm gonna have to talk to them when I get there.
Well, hopefully I'll get invited back to Tennessee sometime soon.
Yeah.
I could always talk to Ben Dixon with Full Moon and see if he can get you.
That would be fantastic. I'll look forward to seeing everybody down there.
Yeah.
And then we could do a video podcast with you.
There you go.
That'd be nice.
Well, thank you so much. Super honored to be able to have you on the podcast with us.
Aww.
For sure, yes.
It was my pleasure. You guys are just lovely, and thank you for having me, and I hope you have a great rest of your Sunday.
Oh, you too.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
Okay.
We'll definitely keep in touch.
Too. Sounds good.
All right.
All right.
Bye.
Bye, you guys.
All right, guys. That was the amazing Amanda Wyss. Such a nice person to talk to. Hope you enjoyed it. We hope to be able to bring you more content like this. If you like this content, let us know.
Definitely.
Like, do you want us to do more interviews with, some people, or do you want to hear us talk, which you probably don't, especially Jim Jam. Who wants to fucking hear him talk? But, no, I'm just kidding. Jim Jam.
Always be an asshole.
I'm just kidding. No, but that was a great interview, and very nice woman. Very super duper nice.
Super duper.
So, like I say,
that's all we got.
Like, comment, subscribe, hit us up on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Snapchat, yo. Hey, you know Snapchat, though. Snapchat shit out of me. What a bitch.
Well,
you could have lived the original thing with Snapchat. Fuck you, man. You got no behind the scenes.